Starting with the name of Allah, who is the most beneficent and merciful God. My name is Mr. Syed Zafar Abbas and I am your English teacher. I am here on the behalf of Unique Academy Bahawalpur, and today this is an informative lecture number 2, few important differences and terms. Dear students, I would like to start with the first difference that is very much important. It is difference between transitive verb and intransitive verb. Dear students, transitive verb is equal to verb plus object. It means the verb which has its own object is called a transitive verb. For example, I play cricket. Here play is a verb and cricket is an object. So this verb play is called a transitive verb because it has its own object, that is cricket. Now come towards the ITV, intransitive verb. Intransitive verb is a type of verb which does not have its object. For example, I play. I is a subject and play is a verb. Dear students, this verb play has no object. So this verb is called an intransitive verb. So the basic difference between transitive verb and intransitive verb is that transitive verb has its own object and intransitive verb does not have its own object. Now come towards the second difference, that is difference between clause and phrase. My dear students, a clause is a group of words. A clause is a group of words in which subject and verb come together. Clause is a group of words in which subject or noun, you can say subject or noun and verb come together. For example, God helps. God helps. Dear students, God is a subject and helps is a verb. So this is one clause. This is one clause. Similarly, it rains. It is a subject and rains is a verb. So this is an other clause. Now, what is phrase? Phrase is equal to subject or verb. It means phrase is a group of words in which there is a subject or verb. You can say subject and verb do not come together. That is called phrase. That is called phrase. And here we have two examples. A man in the street. Similarly, bed of roses. Dear students, one thing do remember, phrase is not a complete sentence, whereas clause is a complete sentence. For example, God helps is a complete sentence, it rains is also a complete sentence, and this sentence has subject and verb combined. Similarly, come towards a phrase. This is a group of words in which if there is a subject, there is no verb, and if there is a verb, there is no subject. And this type of sentence needs few other part of sentence to complete its meaning. For example, he is a man in the street. Similarly, life is not a bed of roses. Now come towards the third difference, that is present participle and past participle. Present participle is an ing form, that is also called ing form, and past participle is ed form. This is a third form of verb. Before discussing the difference between present participle and past participle, I would like to tell you that what is participle. Participle is a form of verb which is described as noun, and sometimes it is described as an adjective. Now present participle is a fourth form of verb. For example, she is cooking rice. Here cooking is a fourth form of verb. It is ing form. It is ing form, and it is also acting as a verb. Present participle is a fourth form, and similarly this fourth form should be act as a verb. Now come toward the past participle, which is mostly the ed form. This is the third form of verb, that is called past participle. For example, she cooked rice. Here cooked is a third form of verb, and it is ending at ed. The past participle, that is the third form of verb, it mostly ends at ed form. It mostly at ed form, that's why I have put here ed form. Now come towards the fourth basic difference, sea and ocean. This is very much interesting because the meaning of both in Urdu is same. But what is the difference between these two? These are water reservoir. These are also water reservoir. Now, what is difference? The difference between these two terms is it has its boundary. The sea is a water reservoir and it has its boundary, it has its limit. What is an ocean? Ocean is a water reservoir and it is limitless. It has no boundary at all. For example, Arabian Sea. And similarly, if we want to give the example of ocean, the best example is Atlantic Ocean. So, my dear students, the basic difference between these two terms is it is limit, it has its boundary, and ocean is limitless, it has no boundary at all. Now come towards the fifth term, the difference between simile and metaphor. My dear students, simile is a comparison between two different things using like or as. For example, the baby is like a moon. This is as black as coal. This is as white as snow. So while using simile, we compare between two different things, but by using like or as. The example is here. The baby is like a moon. Now, what is metaphor? In metaphor, we also compare between two different things without using like or as. It means in metaphor, we do not use like or as a comparison between two different things. For example, the baby is a moon. Similarly, if I say that the boy is like a lion, this is a simile. If I say that the boy proved a lion in a battle, This is a metaphor. So basic difference between simile and metaphor is that we use like or as while comparing two different things, whereas we do not use like or as in comparison between two unlike things. Now come towards the sixth term, that is very much interesting for science students. Mostly the students of science do know the definition of science, but the common term is technology. Everyone is using this term technology, but what is the basic difference between science and technology? My dear students, observational and experimental knowledge is called science. We know the scientific knowledge is gained through observation and then experimentation. That is called science. For example, physics. For example, chemistry. These both are sciences. For example, biology. These are all sciences. The knowledge of physics, chemistry and biology is gained after observation and experimentation. Now, what is technology? My dear students, the application of that scientific knowledge. Either this knowledge belongs to physics, it belongs to chemistry, it belongs to biology. Its application to our daily lives is called technology. For example, computer technology, for example, cell phone technology, for example, airplane technology. These are all technologies, and these are the applications of scientific knowledge to our daily lives. Now come towards the seventh term, that is also very much important, the difference between active voice and passive voice. My dear students, active voice sentence is a type of sentence in which subject is nominated. Subject is nominated by any form of verb. It means in active voice sentence, we give an importance to subject. In this type, subject is nominated, subject is given an importance by any form of verb. For example, I play hockey. In this sentence, I is nominated, it is an subject, and it has been nominated in this type of sentence, regardless of any form of verb. For example, he was playing hockey. He was playing hockey. In this sentence, there is a fourth form of verb has been used. Similarly, he played cricket. He played hockey. In this type of sentence, third form of verb is used. So, active voice, in active voice, subject is nominated by any form of verb, regardless of any form of verb. Now come towards the passive voice. This type of sentence, in this type of sentence, object is nominated by only third form of verb. So my dear students, do remember, in passive voice, only third form of verb is used. Only third form of verb is used. If there is no third form of verb, that will be not a sentence of passive voice at all. So this was a basic difference between active voice and passive voice. Now come towards the eighth important term, that is cell and atom. My dear students, you have studied that cell is the basic structural and functional unit of any living thing. Without cells, the life of living things is never possible, is never possible, is not possible, because the basic unit of living things is called cell. Now, what is an atom? Atom is a basic unit of non-living things. It means every living thing is made up of cells, and every non-living thing is made up of atom. So this is the basic difference between cell and atom. Now come towards the ninth important term, that is confidence and overconfidence. My dear students, the knowledge plus wisdom we do have is called confidence, and it uplifts your personality. You should be confident. You should be confident, and confident only comes when you have a knowledge, you have a complete knowledge, you have a complete wisdom about anything, about any type. Now, what is overconfidence? Knowledge plus subjective probability. Probability means chance of happening, chance of occurring. Now, what is overconfidence? Overconfidence is actually the over efficiency about over your skills, over your knowledge. For example, I give you the simple example of confidence and overconfidence. For example, if we give a task to someone and he says that I can do it, this is confidence. And if we give a task to some people and one of them says that only I can do it, this is overconfidence. My dear students, overconfidence spoils your personality. So avoid from this. You should be confident but never be overconfident. Now come towards the 10th term, that is what is difference between borrow and lend. To get or hide something from any other person is called borrow. It means when we take something from someone for a short time or for a long time, it is called borrow. We are borrowing something from someone. Now, what is lend? When we give something to someone, this is lend. It means when we give something to some person for a long time or for a short time, this is called lend. So the basic difference between borrow and lend is this. In borrow we get something, and in lend we give something. Now come towards number 11. Question is define adjective. My dear students, adjective is a quality of a noun or pronoun. It is a describing what? The quality of a noun or pronoun is also called an adjective. Similarly, adjective is a describing word. Adjective is a describing word, as it describes a noun or pronoun. For example, he is wearing a white turban. Here white is an adjective. It is describing the pronoun he. Similarly, Ali is a good boy. Here good is an adjective. Good is an adjective because it is describing Ali, and Ali is a noun. Now, how to form comparative and superlative degrees of adjective. This is a technical point. We know adjective is a describing word, and there are 3 degrees of adjective as well. The first one is positive degree, that is able, that is big and beautiful. These are all positive degrees. Now, I would like to write here the comparative degree of able is abler and superlative degree of able is ablest. Similarly, the comparative degree of big is bigger and its superlative degree is biggest. Now, here I have another adjective, that is beautiful. If I write the comparative degree of beautiful, it will be more beautiful, and its superlative degree will be most beautiful. Now, here in these two examples, I have put ER in comparative degree. Here ER and here also ER. Here EST and here also EST. Why? My dear students, the first two examples, able and big. Big has only one syllable. It has only one syllable. And when we talk about syllable, it means the sounds of vowel. If there is a one sound of vowel, it will be having a one syllable. Big. Here is the sound of I only in this word. Similarly, able, it has able. It has two sounds. It means it has two syllables. It has two syllables because here we listen two sounds of vowel. Able. So the big word big has only one syllable, and similarly the word able has two syllables. So when we have, my dear students, when we have one or two syllable, when we have up to two syllable in a word, we will add ER and EST at the end of comparative and superlative degree respectively. Now, the third word is beautiful. 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 It has three sounds. It has three sounds as well. Beautiful, it has three sounds, so it has three syllables. It has three syllables because here we listen three sounds of vowels. So when you have three syllables in a word, you will add more and most before the comparative and superlative degrees respectively. So this is more beautiful and this is most beautiful. Okay, now come towards the point number 12. What is difference between float and swim? My dear students, duck floats on water. It is done without any effort. Float is performed without any effort, without any try. You observe duck is floating on a water and it is doing no effort, it is doing no try at all. Now, what is swim? My dear students, it is performed, it is done by effort. It is done by some effort. It is done by some effort. It requires some try, some effort. For example, man swims. For example, man swims in water. So when a man is swimming on water, he is doing some effort. Now, come towards the 13th term, that is mistake and error. What is mistake? My dear students, it is committed by a person. And what is error? It is committed by a device. And one thing, do remember, error is actually the difference between actual value and experimental value. But mistake is done by a person, it is performed by a person, and error is committed by a device. Okay, now come towards the 14th term. What is difference between regular verb and irregular verb? My dear students, in regular verb, the second form of verb is always equal to third form of verb. For example, I have an example of watch. Its second form will be watched. Its third form will also be watched. And mostly we do say that the second form of verb ends at ed and third form of verb also ends at ed. But this is not final. You have to note that if second form of verb is equal to third form of verb, for example, we have an example, sleep. Its second form will be slept and third form will also be slept. So second form is equal to third form, is called regular verb. This sleep is a regular verb. It is a regular verb. Now come towards the term irregular verb. My dear students, when second form of verb is not equal to third form of verb, it is called an irregular verb. For example, go. Its second form will be went and third form will be gone. So note this term that second form is not equal to third form. Second form is not equal to third form. When second form is not equal to third form, this is called an irregular verb. So this was all about few important differences and few important terms. You have observed here, we have done all these things. I hope that you should have understood these all terms and differences as well. Now I would like to tell you that how can you improve your writing skills. My dear students, writing plays a very important role in a student life. So your writing skills denotes your personality. If you have a good writing skills, you will be famous in a society. Now I will tell you that how can you improve your writing skills. My dear students, take a white blank page and start to write on this white page in a regular sequence. It will improve your writing power. Similarly, start to write in a straight way, in a straight line. Do not write on above the margin line and do not write below the margin line. If you write above the margin line, it means you have a doubtful personality. And if you write below the margin line, it means you decide first and think later. So it makes your personality doubtful. So please write in a straight line, do not above the margin line and do not below the margin line. Write different paragraphs, take paragraphs from your book, take paragraphs from the newspaper and write to start on the white blank page. And do remember, do underline the difficult words in a paragraph and learn the spellings of those difficult words. It will enhance your writing as well as reading skills. So this is the end of lecture today, and I hope you will get maximum information by this lecture. Stay tuned with Unique Academy channel YouTube. Also subscribe it and share it to your friends as well. Allah Hafiz.